Okay, so now that a few weeks ago, took all the bits out underneath as you saw, there was movement, and then I gave up for the night. It's a bit dark, I wanted to go home. You can see this has got some rust on it, so it's probably been about a month since I did it last. But now, this should just come out. So I'm going to take the technique of kicking it, because it's loose, so it should just fall out. Up, so not full, but it will come out. So here we go. There you go. One complete spare wheel tub. Now I've just got a fucking big hole. Awesome. For those of you that are wondering if you're geeky enough or excited for whatever reason about it, there are 75 spot welds holding my spare wheel in. You might be lucky, there might be less, or you might get excited about having more. 75, yay. All gone. I am very happy that in here is very, very clean. This stuff is the original wax that Volkswagen pump into all their chassis rails, and as you can see, this is absolutely spotless, so that stuff does a really good job. I'm probably going to take it all out though, because this curved bit is part of a straight box section under there, which I think I'm possibly going to reshape. I've also decided that instead of welding my spare wheel well blank in now, I actually want to drill holes in this bit and weld it in from underneath, just so I get a better chance of a nice finish on the top edge. So probably going to do that when it's on the rollover jig. So for now, I'm actually going to put the spare wheel well back in, just because it's more use being there than in the bin while I can chuck stuff in it. But I'm going to unpack the spare wheel well blanking plate now and just sit it on there, just one, to make sure it fits, although I've got no doubts about it, and two, to show you guys now so I can end this episode and move on to the next fun bit of scraping, sound proofing off the floor, which doesn't sound very appealing, to be honest. Yeah, right, let's unpack this awesome new panel that's going to give me less practicality than a spare wheel well. I'm not quite sure why I'm doing this. It seems to be making things worse and more jobs. There we go, crack on. So I guess this is my first ever unboxing video. I got this from GDF. They're the guys that did my roll cage. They've supplied me this. They've supplied me a couple other bits that I'm not really telling you about at the moment. I got this 3 months ago and I haven't even opened it yet, so hopefully it's the right thing. So let's find out. I decided to go for this because it's just far easier than making my own one. The guys have made it fit. It's all exactly the right size. Let's face it, mine probably wouldn't be round. They have the tooling to make these, and it should have a crescent in it, which will mean it doesn't flex while I'm driving the car, which obviously is a bonus, because it will just sound like thunder in the back of the car. So yeah, here we go. Done. Pretty sure they didn't cut that up by hand. And when it's welded in, it's going to be a nice strong panel to replace my rusty panel. So let's check it fits. Hopefully it does. This hopefully fits perfectly in this hole. Look at that, like it was made for it. The boys at GDF did it again. Now all I need to do is decide what way I want this cross to be. Probably do it like that. Yeah, for now, that's just going to stay there like that. Not sure where I'm going to put the spare wheel from now on, but my car should go faster because I've got no spare wheel. Well, and that's the reason you take them out, isn't it? I think. So yeah, winning. Right, on to the next thing. What is a Cleco, I hear you ask? Well, it is one of these, which I'll bring a bit closer to the camera and demonstrate, because they are actually pretty awesome, and they also come with other attachments like this. So let's take a closer look, and maybe you might end up buying yourself Clecos. Not quite sure if there's a joke in there somewhere, but there might be, but I can't think of one. So anyway, Cleco description coming up. This is a Cleco. Pretty simple design. The idea is that you use these pliers that generally come with a kit. I actually got a kit, had these, a bunch of these, and the other ones which I'll show you in a minute. All you do is hook it in like that, and then when you do it, it opens. If it will focus, it spreads out, and then these here become the same size as the shaft, which in this case is 4.5mm, and then when you release it, it spreads them out. So anything between the base of this zinc coloured bit and that flared bit there gets pinched. So the idea is drill a hole in 2 bits of metal, open it up like that, push that through, and then when you release it, it squeezes the 2 bits together, and they're tight. That's I mean, it's not difficult to squeeze, but you know, you can feel it's there. So yeah, that is a Cleco, and I'll show you them fitted in a minute. So I've changed my mind. I decided I am going to use these Clecos. Just that was fun, wasn't it? Just to hold this panel in, because why not? I've just gone through the effort of taking the spare wheel well out. I bought these to help me with this build a long time ago, and so I figured I might as well use them. Worst case, I've got a few little holes to weld up when I get around to doing it. So I'm just going to fit these in. They're pretty straightforward. You drill a hole to suit the size of the Cleco that you've got. These are 4.5mm. Like that. Then you get the pliers that come with them. Put them in. Open it up. Shove it through the hole. And there you go. Held tight. These are actually tight enough so you could weld it. So to be honest, it's not such a bad thing in putting these in now, because I'll probably use them again in the same holes when I actually come around to doing it. So yeah, as you can see, they're a very solid fit. So yeah, just do the other two. Once that's welded all the way around, this panel won't vibrate around. So yeah, success again, winning at last. I like this. And this right here is a Cleco in action. So that is one of these. Just it is fitted in, so the metal is just between these, as I showed just a minute ago. So there you go. Really good idea. I've rarely used them because I've never really had need to, although now I have them, I'll probably be using them a lot, to be honest, because they're really good. Rather than using rivets or tech screws, you can just drill some holes, stick these in, pull them out once you've done the welds next to them, and then these will go again and again and again. Saves leaving potential tyre punching screws lying around and messing around with rivets. So yeah, worth getting this set if you're doing a build.